Pedometers were just the beginning. In the meantime, the trackers not only measure vital signs, but are often also equipped with smartwatch functions to help you find the best activity and fitness. Trackers, we have evaluated 621 tests. Hi, and welcome to our channel. Activity trackers are small, smart devices that can help you live a healthier and more effective life. In recent years and months, they have become increasingly popular and have now overcome the initial skepticism of many customers. At first, some athletes may have doubted the usefulness of these small trackers since the functions overlap with those of many a sports watch, for example. However, if you take a closer look at fitness trackers, you will see that the devices can definitely help you sleep more soundly or better monitor and optimize your sports activities. The manufacturers sell the trackers as clips or wristbands. The fitness bracelets are becoming more and more popular, and some of them can be considered fashion accessories and are available in many colors. If you are about to make a purchase and want to know which activity tracker is the right one for you, you should know the different models and their functions. Before we get to the ranking, I'd like to ask you, if you liked the video so far, to leave a like or tell us in the comments what we should do better. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell that you won't miss any of our upcoming comparisons. And here comes the ranking now. We start with the overall rating of 4.3 out of 5 stars. The Xiaomi Mi Band 7 at the time of the test, the price was around $45. Mi Band 7 in the test, the darn 7th year. Strengths: large, sharp OLED display, many training programs and health functions, reliable pulse and speed 0-2 tracking, fast and convenient charging via magnetic contact. Weaknesses: immature firmware and app at market launch. Short battery life with active always-on display, still no GPS and no NFC. Probably the most popular wearable enters its 7th round. Xiaomi's Mi Band 7 relies on an even bigger display and a handful of new features just like in the previous years. As a fan of Xiaomi's fitness tracker series, I purchased the Band 7 just in time for the market launch and put it through its paces. The OLED display grows by about 25% compared to the Mi Band 6, which does not seem significant at first when you look at the spec sheet, but it makes a lot of difference in practice. The wider aspect ratio and the redesigned interface make many band displays clearer and easier to read. Mails and notifications from WhatsApp and the like are much easier to read than on the rather narrow Mi Band 6. Music control has also become a bit easier thanks to larger buttons. The brightness is high, but still cannot be adjusted automatically, which should be a standard feature for smart fitness trackers by now. At a brightness setting of 70-80%, reading the screen was possible without problems even in direct sunlight. The touchscreen's sensitivity can now be adjusted in 2 stages. The factory set high sensitivity was too sensitive for me personally. Despite its larger dimensions and stronger battery, the casing is feather-light and not a noticeable burden in everyday use. The Band 7 is slightly thicker, but it is not too bulky even for slim wrists. The display can now remain permanently active with the always-on function. The watch face is simplified after a few seconds of screen activity and only white text is displayed. The always-on function is deactivated X-Works. When the option is activated for the first time, the wristband warns with a text message that the battery life will be greatly reduced as a result, which also proved to be true in practice. Dozens of watch faces are available ex-factory via the companion app Mi Fitness. You can also set your own photos as backgrounds, but unfortunately, the color of the time cannot be changed, unlike the predecessor app Zepp Life. After the first startup, the Mi Band presented me with a rather jerky interface, but it regained its usual flabbiness with the first slow firmware update. The fact that Xiaomi once again requires the installation of a new companion app for the new Mi Band was also surprising. After Mi Fit and Zepp Life, the new app Mi Fitness is now the third reinvention of the wheel. From a purely functional point of view, hardly anything has changed, but a lengthy transfer of the old data from Zepp Life as well as the new registration with Xiaomi Fitness and the re-granting of a lot of permissions via a detour into the app settings of the operating system wore on the nerves and made the setup process the most cumbersome in the Mi Band world so far. During the first forays into the app and the nested yet clear menu of the band itself, I noticed a few annoying setbacks. For one, notifications from WhatsApp and Co. display significantly fewer emojis than before. Secondly, there were annoying delays in music control as well as short thinking times when activating the display. The app icon for WhatsApp also looked like it had been run through a whisk. The teething troubles of the Mi Band 6 were gradually solved by frequent firmware updates. I assume that this will also be the case for the Mi Band 7. Commendable. Much more can be set directly on the wristband than before. Thus, reaching for the smartphone and the corresponding Mi Fitness app is rarely necessary. The normal Mi Band 7 does not support NFC. However, the NFC version that is available in China might come to Germany later. GPS is also not included, which is not surprising in this price range. The 7th Mi Band generation can automatically detect workouts for the first time. This function has to be activated once. Automatic recognition is available for the disciplines running, walking, rowing machine, and cross trainer. I would have liked to see bicycle and ergometer here. In the training menu, you can find a variety of supported sports, clearly grouped into rough areas like cycling, combat training, or running. The last performed sport automatically ends up at the top of the list. When walking or running, short pauses, for example, of waiting at a traffic light, no longer cause the tracking to be paused. The evaluation of the running training seemed clear to me, and the value is comprehensible. During a training program, all relevant data is permanently shown on the display. A swipe to the left takes you to the music control, and a swipe to the right takes you to the training management. Pause, quick cancel. Daily goals and the personalized PAI score provide motivation outside of training. The Mi Band 7 can now also permanently monitor the blood oxygen saturation. With the predecessor, this was only possible manually. The band can also send a warning notification when the SpO2 value is in an alarming range. When it comes to the battery, I was mainly interested in how long the Mi Band 7 would last with the new always-on feature. For this purpose, I started a stress test. Display always active between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. Display brightness approximately 80%. Permanent pulse monitoring. Automatic interval selection. All-day monitoring of blood oxygen saturation. SpO2. Notifications from all imaginable apps. A 1-hour training session. Running. After about 3.5 days of this full program, the band warned me that it would like to be recharged soon, 15% remaining capacity. Without an always-on display, run times are probably twice as long and not much comfort is lost. This is because raising a wrist reliably activates the display. However, significantly longer run times than the predecessor are not in sight because the larger display and faster chipset take a bit more of a toll on the battery. Charging takes less than 2 hours and is done with a convenient magnetic contact on a USB cable, just like in the predecessor generations. Continuing with the Samsung Galaxy Fit 2, an overall rating of 4.4 out of 5 stars. At the time of testing, the price was around $40. Competition for Mi and Honor Band 5. Strengths: great AMOLED display, good wear and comfort, music control and quick replies for notifications, good battery life. Weaknesses: none known yet. The Galaxy Fit 2 looks almost confusingly similar to its predecessor. The display is now a bit bigger and sharper. There are also a handful more smart features now in the form of a music player and a quick reply function for notifications. The battery life is still more than a week. 2 weeks are possible with low usage. The feature set and design are very similar to the two fitness wristbands, Honor Band 5 and Mi Band 5. The three rivals are also similar in terms of price. In combination with the appropriate smartphone app, you can enjoy step counting and heart rate measurement as well as sleep analysis. If desired, the band even reminds you to wash your hands regularly. By the way, we've linked you to all of the featured devices for even more details below in the video description. Now comes the Huawei Band 7 with an overall rating of 4.5 out of 5 stars at the time of testing. The price was around $45. Revision was small, but welcome improvements. Strengths: nice OLED display with always-on function, good battery life, 96 training modes and scoring system, good notification function with quick replies. Weaknesses: relatively wide display bezel without GPS and NFC. Huawei is one of the most popular manufacturers of fitness wristbands. They already celebrated respectable successes with the Huawei Band 6 in 2021 and could establish themselves as a fixed institution on our fitness tracker best list alongside Xiaomi's Mi Band 6. The manufacturer does not make a big leap with the Huawei Band 7, but it improves some areas and adds a handful of interesting features. Unlike manufacturers like Fitbit and Garmin, the focus here is strongly on the price-performance ratio. Thus, the recommended retail price for the Huawei Band 7 is 49.99 euros. For this humane price, you get a smart tracking wristband with a look reminiscent of expensive smartwatches and a display that can easily keep up with them. The sharp OLED display is a real feast for the eyes and can now also be operated in always-on mode. Nevertheless, Huawei promises runtimes of around 10 days with occasional use of all available functions. There is still a quite wide bezel around the display, but this is hardly visible with the black watch face background. All common sensors and 96 sports modes are available for tracking. The band not only provides information about the current workout, but can also compare your individual performance with the rest of the Huawei Band community or rate your weekly workout performance. For the notification function, there is now a quick response menu that saves you from reaching for the smartphone. 2. Bad. The European version of the Huawei tracker does not support NFC, whereas the band is delivered with the wireless interface in China and is thus suitable for contactless payment.
Our conclusion? Of course, each product has its own strengths and weaknesses. So everyone should decide for themselves what suits you and of course your wallet best. We have linked all the products in the video description for even more details. Have you already decided? Or maybe you have one of these products at home. Then we would be happy if you let us know which device you prefer, and above all, why. I hope that I could help you a little deciding on your purchase. If so, please leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell. That would really help us and the channel. Thanks for watching and see you very soon. Goodbye.